Good afternoon. Ako si Hans Christopher de la Cruz, and today we are going to be giving an overview sa ating company, which is Concentrix, and we'll do a brief summary about the account na in-offer natin ngayon, which is healthcare. So, okay. Concentrix company started ng 1983 and we're still up and running. 20 years plus na ngayon na nakakalipas. And since 2006 is ino-offer na natin ang healthcare LBOs or healthcare department, which we assist internationally providing healthcare sa ating mga members and customers and so on. So, okay. So, magbibigay lang ako ng brief information about our leadership team. So, okay. First one is, of course, dito sa healthcare tatakol natin. So, ang first one is si Miss Ivy Balasta. Siya ang ating Senior Operations Manager. And of course, we also got our OMs, Operation Managers, which is Fatima Pangan and Alvin Padilla. And of course, I'll just include myself since I am the one who's tackling this one and introducing these informations all to you all. So I am again Hans Christopher de la Cruz, your trainer for today. So okay. So access procedure, login, log out. Use the biometrics at all times. No biometrics, record means absent. So okay. Meron tayong specific card na provided as you have gotten accepted here. So, okay. For example, is this one. Ang gagawin natin is you are mandated to always bring your card whenever you're going to be entering the building, the premises of the company, which is every door, everything at all, from the main entrance up to the production floor of yours, of your specific department, which is for us is the healthcare. Kailangan mo necessary na mag-tap ka ng ID. There will be the tapping machine na maliit na parang size lang ng button sa ilaw, ganun. So, ang mangyayari is you'll need to tap your ID in order for you to have access and will be able to enter our premises and the production floor itself. So, no ID means no biometrics. Ang mangyayari nito is kung failure na kung wala kang ID, ang mangyayari nito is hindi ka magiging count as present for today. Also, after that is meron tayong no login and log out na need nating gawin. We need to comply every day before starting our shift. And that is on our main on the computers itself, where you will be needing to go to the Citrix application where you will be introduced and trained for that as well, don't worry. So okay, on the Citrix, you'll need to always do login, log out on that one, since that is also what we are where we are going to be basing your salary. Kasi ang mangyayari doon is yung kung gaano ka katagal na nagtatrabaho, which is maximum of 9 hours per day on your working days, yun yung doon namin ibabase ang magiging sweldo mo. So, okay. So, dress code. Monday to Thursday is corporate attire and Friday is a smart casual. Again, wear your IDs, official uniform at all times. So, from Monday to Thursday, there will be a possibility na magkakaroon tayo ng client visits. So, of course, it's better to always be ready para dapat need natin na, of course, proper attire, uniform na provided ni Concentrix, which is always dress down, always wear pants, no shorts, no slippers, always shoes, and of course, dapat covered and so on naman yung mga necessary parts when we're using the upper shirts and so on. And of course, always wag naman yung pag Fridays, wag naman yung magsusuot tayo ng mga ano lang, yung parang nasa bahay lang tayo. Of course, still proper attires even though na wala tayong possible client visit during Fridays. Since, of course, we are already working. So, we need to be responsible with regards to how we look, how we present to our everyday. Okay? So, okay. House rules, of course, this is gonna be included. So, bringing of prohibited drugs, liquor, or smoking in a non-smoking area are not allowed. Outside the premises, outside of the building, meron tayong designated smoking area. Where actually, I believe na lahat kayo is nakita na yon, almost all of you. Because meron tayong dalawang entrance, which is from the building G, which is nandito makikita nyo yung IBM section. Ang pasukan is madadaanan nyo yung Uncle John's. While on this very side naman, nandito yung gate 3, which is, ayun, alam kong alam nyo na yon. And here is nandun yung smoking area where meron talagang mga benches and merong signals about that. So, of course, dun lang kayo pwede mag-smoke for, of course, not everyone smokes. So, we also need to watch out for each other and be, provide courtesy sa iba kasi may mga may hinakatawan and so on, and we will need to always think about others, of course. I do hope na alam niyo na kung ano yung second-hand smoke, third-hand smoke, and so on. So always use the bins, of course. And liquors are not allowed in the building premises. We are not allowed to bring that kasi andito tayo to go to work and so on. And if there are activities here, like team buildings and so on, we do it outside of the premises, like we rent a hotel, a beach, and so on. Para doon magawa ng mga ganong such activities if you all want, of course. And it's not always going to be like that, of course, okay? So, okay. Second house rules is bringing flammable liquid or gas are prohibited. Of course, we need that, especially ngayon na it's the month of March. So, it's the Fire Prevention Month. Kaya, always, huwag kayong magdadala ng some things, ng mga bagay na pwedeng makakos ng fires and so on, okay? So, deadly weapon and firearms are restricted unless you are on duty carrying your security license. So, okay. Under this one, hindi ka dapat, kunyari, for example, we don't need to bring knives, guns, and so on. If since atong training na to is for our agents, we are where you are all going to be applying for a healthcare account, that is not necessary. For the firearms and so on, that will be only available to be used by our guards and so on. And actually, hindi talaga yung nagagamit. We don't need to use it actually. But again, only the guards and so on, the security officers are the only one that are allowed to bring those firearms. And us agents and us workers here, we are not allowed to bring so. And meron tayong law na nagpo-protect for that one. And of course, wag tayo magdadala para maiwasan naman yung mga future dangers and problems. And to not have such risks under that aspect, okay? So, pictures and video taking of training sessions using personal devices are strictly prohibited. What happens here must stay here, of course. So, ang mangyayari nito is, for example, you are all healthcare agents in the future. Ang mangyayari nito is, of course, you're going to be accessing the personal informations and so on ng ating mga members. And we are not allowed to take pictures and or videos of that one. And we are not also allowed to actually bring our phones itself here sa work natin. Kasi that is a way for us to protect the privacy and the information, personal informations of our members, okay? Do not post any work-related issues or concerns on any social media sites. So, for example, is mayroon kang hinanakit sa iyong katrabaho about this or that. Meron tayong HR, meron tayong mga departments which can help with regards to that one. We don't need to post it to any social media accounts since hindi naman yan ma-resolve there. There will be a resolution there. If you want a resolutions, of course, we got HR department and so on which can help assist with regards to that one, okay? So, do update your personal information with HR regularly. For example, neto of course is yung dependents. We need to always update that one. For example, is knock on wood, something happens to you. to you. Ang mangyayari nito is we need your updated information. For example, is your contact information para alam namin kung sino-sino yung mga pwede namin matawagan in case of emergencies of yours and so on. Okay? So, okay. Know the evacuation route in case of fire or emergency. So we actually implement such training sessions for that one quarterly, where we do a fire protection training session about sa kung paano tayo mag-exit, paano yung tamang pag-handle kung if ever knock on wood is magkaroon ng fire sa building and or even the earthquake and so on or any other accidents. Okay? So, okay. Our commitment to the employees. National regulations, employers and employees are expected to follow the general labor standards, harassment, conduct involving the harassment, racial or sexual or any other kind of any employee is unacceptable. Equal opportunity, hiring an employee, movement or merit-based. So health and safety, employees are expected to promote and abide by our OSH policies and programs. So your role as an employee. Cooperate with the company rules and regulations. Take reasonable care for your own safety, and that of others affected by our own actions. Comply with health and safety instructions and protocols, and use PPEs and RPEs correctly, and do not render them inoperable. Report any situation that is hazardous that you cannot correct yourself, and report any incidents arising at work. So, okay, for this one, of course, as I have mentioned, proper attire, wag naman, for example, is, ang mangyayari, you're going to do a long gown sa Friday, which is highly unlikely, but of course, you'll get the point with that one. So, ang mangyayari is, wag naman tayo magsusuot ng mga parang ganon. Use your proper attires always para naman maging safe din tayo to avoid risks for yourselves. And of course, kung meron kayo makita na problem with inside the building, for example, is problemang connectors sa computer, pwedeng anything that can pose a risk and or is hazardous. Please do report it with your operation managers or your PLs, team leaders, and any higher ups that can fix that one up. Do not fix it yourself para hindi tayo cause ng panibagong risks and so on. We got multiple departments that can assist you with any concerns at all para to prevent again the risks and para mas maging maayos swimmingly ang mga bagay such as that. Always abides rules, as I have mentioned, of course. We have rules and regulations, and that is a way for us para all the transactions, all the processes, and so on goes smoothly. Okay? So, okay. Expectations from employees. Attendance and tardiness, of course, magtatrabaho tayo dito. So, always be committed. Make sure that you will always comply in terms of attendance. Hindi na tayo mga students. We are already working. We are not kids. We are adults. Young adults na dapat responsible na with regards to that one. Hindi tayo naglalaro dito. We are working. And okay. Next one is professionalism and productivity and efficiency. So, of course, be always professional. So, kunyari, ang mangyayari is we're going to be healthcare agents. Ang mangyayari is irate, galit si member. Always stay professional. Dapat long ang ating patients. They are calling because they need something. And always put up a smile, and dapat always tayong ready and able to assist. Willing to assist to any concerns that come up. And, okay, again, productivity and efficiency. Hindi tayo pumapasok dito, again, to play and so on. We are here to work. So, of course, always please adhere to your responsibilities, okay? Policies. Again, please abide to our rules and regulations para lahat yun sa atin. Tayo lang din ang makikinabang dito, okay? So, engagement, of course, engagement and communication. So, of course, we do a lot of activities, family activities, and so on. Na ang mangyayari is, it's a way for us to always be engaging towards you and the company itself. And always be communicative because, of course, lahat ng mga ka-workmates nyo is yan din yung mga makikita nyo mukha sa production floor. Yan din yung mga magiging katulong nyo, katuwang nyo, and siyahan nyo. Kasi sila din yung pwedeng possible na maging motivations nyo when you're going to be working. So, again, attendance, tardiness, overtime, and holidays. So, attendance. Sa leave, we are allowing maximum of one leave per week. And dito sa leave na to, ang mangyari nito is hindi siya of course always going to be accepted or like approved. We need to these are going to be always based on your for example is attendance. Dapat maayos yung attendance mo and your productivity score and yung performance mo. That is going to be based there. If may mas mataas sa'yo with regards to that one, of course sila yung pwedeng ma-approve ng mga leaves na yan. And those VLs or valid leaves, ang mangyayari dito is we only allow up to 2 agents per week. Okay? Unauthorized absences. So, ang babagsak na dyan is, for example, is nag-file ka ng leave request and hindi na-aprobahan. Pag umabsent ka, of course, that will be tagged as an unauthorized absence. So, if umabsent ka din without sending the leave letter itself, leave request itself, of course, that will be also tagged as an unauthorized leave because ang mangyari nito is parang hindi ka magpapakita dito sa sa trabaho without the approvals of the your TLs and so on. And no call, no show, and a wall. Of course, no call, no show is andyan din babagsak yung parang hindi ka talaga nagparamdam at all. Yung bigla kang umabsent, then of course our operations manager and or your TL will be contacting you and so on. Tapos talagang wala ka talagang paramdam at all. Dyan yan babagsak. And a wall naman, ang mangyari dito is on our LOB, ang mangyari is pag ikaw ay umabot ng 3 absences na, ang mangyari you will be tagged as an AWOL employee, of course. So, habitual absenteeism. Ang nangyari dito is habitual absenteeism and habitual tardiness. For example, kasi dito sa ating company, hindi natin sinusunod yung 15:30, kinsenas na swelduhan. Ang nangyari sa atin is every other Friday. Tapos ang mangyari is, uma-absent ka like Thursday and Fridays, yung kung kailan ka makakatanggap ng sweldo. Siyempre, yun yung para magiging tagged as habitual. Siyempre, magiging bad yun sa record and will be affecting your records and or performance itself. So, for the future, pwede kang hindi maging eligible to the incentives and so on and so forth. Okay? And even possibility na hindi ka ma-approve for the valid leaves request. Okay? So, overtime, pre-approval is required and holiday pre-approval is required. Sa overtime, ang mangyari dito is sometimes we do overtimes, but of course, magiging allowed lang yan if approved by your TLs and your operations managers or your senior operation managers. Like, ang mangyari dito is kasi meron tayong mga agents na nag-overtime without being approved for that one. Ang nangyari ngayon is nagrereklamo sila as to why hindi siya naging counted when nung nagsolduhan na. So of course, we are all always available to consult any of you with that information. Okay, please to contact us and just contact us if you got more questions and or in need of clarifications. Okay, so again for the holiday, may mga agents tayo pa rin na pinapapasok for holidays. Pero ang nangyari, of course, is we need to be approved for that one as well. Kasi ang mangyayari naman, kung pumasok ka ng holiday, tapos hindi ka naman pala kasama sa mga nasa list ng agents na may shift for that one, I mean, syempre hindi ka magiging bayad. So always, again, consult us with that one as well, okay? Or again, if you are in need of clarifications or got any questions with regards to that one, always come reach us, okay? Payout schedule. Again, I have already told you about this. Ang swelduhan natin, we don't do the typical quincenas na swelduhan. Ang nangyayari sa atin dito is we do an every other Friday na sweldo. If ang mangyari is mangyari is there are 5 Fridays sa isang linggo, tapos o di ang mangyayari is sweldo ka sa first Friday, then second Friday hindi, tapos third Friday sa sweldo ka ulit, tapos hindi, tapos sa fifth Friday, ay sa fifth Friday is dun ka sa sweldo. So, meron talaga tayong possibilities, meron mga instances na sa isang buwan is 3 beses tayo sa sweldo, which is a good thing for that one, okay? And, okay. So, service incentive leave. Benefit, 5 days leave with pay, eligibility after 1 year of service, cash conversion January 25th of the following year. So, probation of employee, 2nd and 4th month, irregular employee, January goal setting, April 1st performance conversation, June 2nd performance conversation, September 3rd performance conversation, December year-end evaluation. I would just like to enlighten you guys na, of course, yung information na sinabi ko is very madali siyang ma-understand. But I would like to inform you all na starting on the year of 2026, ang mangyayari na sa atin is every month, meron tayong mga ACEs na requires na nangyayari, nagkakaroon ng evaluations. And parang nagkakaroon ng mga, again, evaluations and yung chine-check yung mga performance and so on yung every month. And that is implemented thrice a month, okay? And that is, for example, a random call ang mapipick for that, okay? Kaya always make sure na maganda ang performance, ang mga services na inyo pinaprovide to our members to increase satisfactory. And of course, yun ay pwede pang makakos sa inyo to have an incentive and so on, okay? And also, again, we do a regularization after 6 months, okay? And on your 6th month, you will be regularized based on your performance. And if you do, of course, an increased pay will happen. And after your every 1 year of your tenuity, additional 1 year of your tenuity, of course, additional percentage will be added to your base salary, okay? So, mandatory employee training. So, okay. First is health and safety courses, position all ranks, and this the time for this one is for a total of 8 hours. So, meron for example is yung HIPAA and data privacy courses and so on, and we are all mandated na gawin yon. And that is also part of the law ng ating inassist, which is under the US, North and South. North America and South America, meron silang law, policy na dapat mag-comply ka with regards to that one, okay? Data privacy, again, all ranks, and that is a total of 4 hours. And of course, don't worry, these are all done once a year, okay? And okay, ethics and compliance, also, we are also sending over compliance compliance agents, which will make sure that you are all going to be compliant sa ating rules and regulation. They do random visits every week, okay? So, professional training and development training, all technical courses offered. So, respective departments. So, under here, hindi naman tayo covered for this one. So, applicable soft skill courses offered. Lahat tayo dito ay also under our healthcare, lahat tayo dito ay part nito and will need to comply with regards to that one. And also, again, this is mandated once a year, okay? Leadership and management courses. So, supervisors, managers, and potential leaders. So, this one, hindi pa kayo included here. Pero ito is parang ano lang, just to provide you a quick recap about this. This is the courses and tests to make sure that like talagang fit ka to be a leader and so on, okay? Parang ano lang yan, training and so on, update for your training and knowledge with regards to that one. So okay, disciplinary process. So incident report, notice to explain, notice of administrative hearing, deliberation of result, notice of decision, and your right to appeal if you want the decision to be to have a reconsideration. Okay, so first is the written warning. So for example, is hindi ka nakapag-comply to a certain aspect. Pero of course, this is only applicable sa mga mabababaw na terms. Kunyari, let's say is that ang nangyari is yung parang kunyari sa training is nagdala ka ng phone, which is as I have mentioned is hindi talaga siya pwede. We are mandated to never ever bring any gadgets and so on inside the production floor. So firstly is a written warning will be sent over, and if you do it again, a final written warning. Of course, you have done it once, we provide you consideration for that one. Do it twice, of course, magkakaroon na ng consequences for that one na another written warning. And kung third, of course, magkakaroon na ng suspension so that ang mangyari is hindi na yun mangyari ulit because we have given you already twice the chance for that aspect, okay? So, preventive suspension, a temporary debarment of an employee from his or her privilege to report for work for a given period of time without pay. So, ang mangyari dito is hindi ka muna mapapayagan na pumasok at magkakaroon ka ng parang courses and activities na need mong makomply, need mong matapos para you can be considered to be fit to work again with regards to you being compliant to our rules and regulations. So, disciplinary suspension, dismissal, or reassignment to another area. So, ang mangyari nito is either, unfortunately, I hope na hindi to mangyari, is matatanggal tayo since hindi tayo nagkukulang with regards to our rules and regulations. And meron tayo mga, of course, kung ang mangyari nito, hindi ka talaga naging compliant. So, ang mangyari is either pwede kang ma-dismiss from work or pwede kang ma-align to a different department other than this one. For example, is hindi ka nagko-comply with regards to the security of the information or personal information of our members. So, ang mangyari is pwede kang lipat sa, for example, a lower department where hindi mo na, possible na hindi na maulit yung mga ginagawa mong hindi pag-abide sa ating rules and regulations. So, of course, a salary deduction is also included here. Kasi, syempre, actions have consequences. We all know that. Okay? So, okay, resignation. The voluntary pronouncement of an employee to end their contract relationship by serving a written notice on our company at least 1 month in advance. So, ito, matatawag dito is ito yung also known as rendering. So, of course, ang nangyari nito is we are, dapat magre-render tayo if you're going to be resigning sa ating work. Kasi ang mangyari nito is we'll need some time for us para makapag-adjust and fill up all the paperwork and so on sa inyong pag-leave. And this gives us an ample time to find you a replacement and train them para naman hindi maapektuhan yung productivity ng ating LOB company. Okay? So, the clearance process, a requirement imposed by the management on an employee to settle all debts and obligations, including the return of company properties or documents, to be cleared of any accountability and be issued a clearance document. Clearance and accountability will be managed by HR, and employees who decide to leave the company must return all company belongings, including company ID with lanyard, uniform, cell phone, laptop, and any other tools provided by the company. Very self-explanatory as well, okay? Lahat ng pin-provided company is, of course, we are mandated to return them all once you are going to be resigning, okay? And that is also needed in order for you to have a clearance sa inyong pag-alis. So, okay, separation of employment. So, authorized cause and just cause, voluntary resignation, and a wall. So, for an authorized cause, so separation fee and final pay is also, separation pay and final pay is available and offered for this one. For the just cause of yours is final pay and back pay. So, voluntary resignation is final pay lang ang may ibibigay, may offer. And for the AWOL is of course yung final pay lang din. Kasi ang nangyari is, these are yung mga parang pasweldo or matatanggap yung money pag nag-resign kayo sa ating company, okay? So, engagement activities. So, basketball league, Zumba, Christmas parties, Valentine's Day games, Father's Day games, Mother's Day activities, other future activities. So, okay. For this one is, for example, is every June is meron tayong family day where ang nangyayari is we are allowed to have a +1. Tapos ang nangyayari is, for example, nung last time is pumunta kami ng EK. Parang quick field trip siya with you and your family, okay? So, corporate social responsibility, sponsoring or donating to charity institutions. And employees are encouraged to cooperate as part of their responsibilities to the company. So, any questions? Okay, now so far, thank you so much for listening. I am really glad that I'm able to see all of you na magiging part kayo ng ating LOB under Concentrix Company. I do hope for the best of all of you at sana naman ay maging swimmingly at mabilis lang tong training for all of you, since we are all very, very excited na makasama kayo on our company and sa production floors. Okay? Have a blessed week sa inyong lahat and bye-bye for now. Again, good afternoon to you all. Thanks!